Imagine this: you're at a party, or maybe just in a classroom, and everyone around you seems to be laughing, chatting, connecting. Some people walk up to others like it's the easiest thing in the world, waves of conversation, inside jokes before the hors d'oeuvres even arrive. But here's you, quiet, scanning the room, wondering why it feels like everyone else gets friendship except you. You've asked yourself that question more times than you can count, and every answer so far has felt unsatisfying. Yet the struggle isn't random chaos, it has a psychology behind it. And once you understand the mechanics of your mind, you start seeing that you're not flawed. You're organized differently, and those differences explain so much of what's been happening. It starts with what's going on inside you. One of the biggest hidden traps is overthinking every interaction. After a short conversation, your brain might replay every word, gesture, smile, or silence like you're editing a movie that's impossible to finish, always looking for approval, rejection, or hidden meaning. This isn't just nervousness. It's a form of hyper-self-awareness that robs you of presence. You're not fully in the moment, you're analyzing it. And people feel that tension. They don't know what you're thinking, but they can feel that something is not relaxed, not natural, and so the interaction never blossoms into anything deeper. Another psychological factor is your relationship with vulnerability. True friendship requires vulnerability, a willingness to show the unpolished parts of yourself. The doubts, the quirks, the uncertainties. But people who struggle socially often keep conversation superficial, carefully steering away from anything that feels too personal. That's not coldness, it's protection. Closely tied to this is emotional self-reliance. Being independent, solving your problems internally, and not asking for help may feel empowering. But friendships are built on mutual give and take. When you don't signal emotional need, when you don't let people help you or support you, others subconsciously feel like they don't have space to matter in your world. You might think that strength is admirable, and it is, but in the realm of human connection, it can paradoxically create distance. Let's talk about perfectionism, because it often hides underneath these struggles. People with perfectionistic tendencies may be haunted by an internal coach that whispers, "Be interesting. Don't say the wrong thing. Don't be awkward." This relentless internal pressure leads to guarded behavior, inauthentic self-presentation, and interpersonal stiffness. Ironically, this drive to be perfect is rooted in fear of judgment and rejection, the very things that make authentic connection feel unsafe. Introversion and shyness also play a significant role. These are not personality flaws, just different wiring. A shy or introverted person feels apprehension and discomfort in social contexts, especially with unfamiliar people. This isn't about disliking others, it's about energy. Small talk and constant interaction drain introverts quickly, so they avoid it, or they endure it while retreating internally. That avoidance makes forming friendships feel like a mountain climb instead of a walk in the park. Another invisible current under the struggle to make friends is cynicism and distrust. Some people have a low tolerance for what feels inauthentic: small talk, forced compliments, social rituals that feel meaningless. High social perception allows you to see through these behaviors quickly, but that also makes it difficult to play the social game that many people unconsciously rely on to build trust and rapport. When you refuse to fake interest or pretend to be impressed just to fit in, people sometimes misinterpret your authenticity as arrogance or superiority. This is not a weakness, it's honesty, but in a world that often rewards surface-level friendliness, honesty can feel isolating. There are also external factors beyond your personality. Life stages, time constraints, geography, and cultural expectations shape social opportunities. Adults often struggle to make friends simply because life doesn't put people together anymore in ways that facilitate connection. No school bell, no shared lunches, no daily casual encounters. In adulthood, friendship requires proactive effort, showing up, inviting people out, synchronizing schedules. And for someone who is already guarded or anxious, that effort feels like force, awkward, exhausting, and full of risk. Here's the part that's easy to forget: it's not that you can't make friends, it's that your mind values depth, truth, and connection over conformity and superficial social rituals. Many people form friendships through convenience, circumstance, or repetition: shared classes, shared jobs, shared hangouts. If you don't respond well to superficial interactions, or if small talk feels draining and meaningless, then you simply won't forge bonds through those means. That doesn't mean you're defective, it means you're not designed for shallow connection. And here's a psychological twist: the friendship paradox. The idea that others seem to have more friends than you do isn't a sign of failure. It's a sampling bias. People with more social connections are just more visible in social networks. So it feels like everyone else has more friends, when in fact social circles naturally vary widely from person to person. So your perception that others are effortlessly connected while you are alone is partly a cognitive illusion, not a truth about your worth. None of this cancels the emotional toll of loneliness or the real pain of failed attempts, awkward silences, and plans that never materialize. But it does reframe the narrative. You are not a social zero, you are a human being with a unique wiring that doesn't always align with the most common paths to friendship. And once you understand your psychology, you can stop beating yourself up and start approaching connection in ways that honor who you are. Instead of forcing yourself into every social situation, focus on shared values and authentic interests. People who struggle socially don't lack depth, they seek depth. When you connect with someone who's also tired of small talk and superficiality, your friendship will matter in a way that's rare and powerful. And that's the real psychology of making friends. It's not about being liked by everyone, it's about being understood by someone.